Hello and welcome to a Photoshop SIG tutorial. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to create a small but stylish SIG which you can put in forums or wherever you want. So first off you need a render, and one of the best places to find it is at planetrenders.net. Today I'm going to be using Fiddlesticks Render because that's the hero I'm playing in League of Legends at the moment. Just go and save that to your pictures folder as a PNG to maintain the transparency. Create a new document in Photoshop 350 width by 120, resolution 72, which is standard for all web images, and with a transparent background. Then you want to do File, Place, and place the image that you just downloaded. Put it kind of off center, just a little bit, because that normally looks nicer because the rule of thirds. I want to keep that light on his legs. But make him big enough so you can see his face. A little bit smaller. That'll do. Hit enter and right click the layer and hit rasterize. That means you can edit it. So the next thing is create a new layer and go edit fill and hit use color, and then take a color from the render. Like Fiddlesticks is kind of green. He's also got a bit of orange or brown, so or turquoise, grey, brown, green, a little bit of yellow. So that's the colours set that we're going to be working with. I'm going to go for a kind of dark green, I think, or even dark blue or brown. That looks good. Something you can work with. Yeah, it'll be fine. It's kind of in the night. Might even darken that a little bit. Put the brightness down. There we go, nice deep brown, green. Once you've done that, create a new layer above the background layer. And a good idea is to actually click on your Fiddlesticks layer or your render layer and hit Ctrl J twice, which will create two copies of the layer. Move them and resize them around the image just to fill up the rest of the background, because that will keep the color set. So I can put one there, and you see the flow of the image is following his scythe. It's going from the left and then up towards the right. So you could kind of move this scythe the way you want the picture to flow. Place it there when you're happy. And this one you could even put it upside down just to get a different. That looks good. You see where his eyes are really glowing? You could use that as something that looks cool in the picture. So just rotate it and get into position. Doesn't matter what it looks like, just its positioning at the moment. Put those two layers underneath the render layer. You see they're blurred. and right click, merge them. You can delete this empty layer. And then go filter, distort, ocean ripple, and ripple size 10, magnitude 11, something like that. It just blurs it a bit. So then go filter blur, Gaussian blur, and have it on about 2 or something, because it's just a background at the moment. Okay, and then next create a new layer on top of the render layer, and a lot of this SIG tutorial will involve things called C4Ds or abstract 3D renders. They're just like splatters basically. They're almost like splatter brushes, but they're already coloured. And here's some I've previously downloaded I used for other SIGs. You see they've got nice textures and shapes in them, just all there ready for you to use. Normally you can pick one that's got sort of got a similar colour to your palette that you're using in your SIG. So here it's kind of turquoisey brown. So it's a good idea to look for a turquoise or brown C4D like this. They're pretty big pictures, as you can see, so you want to resize them up to their full scale, and then just rotate and place it. The first one you place normally wants to go in the direction of your SIG, like the flow, like this. You can see the line there going from the left to the right. Could even use that one over there. Looks a bit nicer. Got a nice splatter. I also want the light. You see how the light is coming below, sort of bluey light below his hands? I want to keep that, so I want to put a bright part of the C4D in that part there. That'll do. And then you put it on a blending mode. This is the cool part. So just put it on darken, which is the first one, and then just go through with the arrow keys, go down, and it changes the blending modes until you find something that looks cool. Sometimes it won't work like this, kind of. But something like that might work. Yeah, I like that. And then you can always lower the opacity, which is a good idea if you don't like it, or you can get the eraser tool out. You'll have to rasterize each of these C4D layers before you edit them. Put your hardness right down actually, because you don't want hard edges. So just lower the opacity. Lower the opacity of your brush as well if you're scared of removing too much. You always want to remove crap off the render, because that will take away, because he's got to be in the foreground kind of, and that, I don't really like that. that'll do. Might just brush over that. And then we've got that cool light up in the top left. Okay, and then do the same again with another layer. So place, pick a C4D. I might do one that's more blue, like this, a bit bigger. Sometimes even it's nice to keep it small. By the way, when you're resizing you want to hold shift to keep it in proportions. You could even just like smack it right there. Hit OK, and then just pick a blending mode, and it might look cool. Something like that. Oh my god, that looks cool. What's that? Color dodge. Yeah, color dodge. That looks cool. And then you can even move it around when it's in place. But these lines, they look a bit graphic, so I might just get the eraser out. Rasterize the layer so you can edit. Put the opacity down to like 28% and then just go over the edge to soften it. I might do that with this layer as well, because you can see the pixels on that just down here. I think that's the right layer, yeah. There we go. And then above this layer that you just made, you want to create a new layer. Hit your brush tool, get it to about 65, put the hardness right down, and pick a foreground colour of something bright in the SIG, so like this very bright blue, or sort of pastel blue, and then just put 2 dots in the SIG, so like one there and one there. I don't like that one, not like that one, but there, no, there, no, there, no, I don't know, there and there. And there. Okay, that's cool. And then put that on overlay, or lighten, or color dodge, or screen, something like this, or linear dodge, and then just put the opacity down a little bit, because that looks cool. Okay, new layer, and then image, apply image, hit OK, and then do layer, filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and just blur it of like should be like maybe like 3 pixels. Actually, that's too much. Go filter, Gaussian blur. 2. Yeah, that'll do. And then get your eraser tool and set it to like 20 or something. And just zoom in a bit so you got more control. And erase stuff. Put your opacity to 100 and erase stuff off the render. Like so. Okay. New layer. File place. Is another C4D. Which one should we have now? We need something going on over here, like in the background, I think. So maybe even fire. Like this. Something like this. I don't know. Big explosion. That looks cool. Plonk that there. Then just go through the blending modes. None of them look cool. Apart from that. That looks awesome. It looks like a glacier. Oh my god, what have I done? It's amazing. I'm going to rasterize that. And just erase all this crap. Maybe not that much. No. Maybe like 50% so you can see it. Put the sides down and just erase off his shoulders and his face. And his scythe. Just sort of randomly, I guess. So you can still see him. Might put it down a little bit more because it's quite overpowering. Something like that will do. Okay. And then the next layer you want to do is click on this thing down here and do gradient map. Set it to black and white. So it makes it black and white. And then just put that on luminosity. And it just is with it off and on, off, on. It just makes it improves the contrast, I guess. That just makes it nicer. I really don't like this though, actually. It kind of takes away from the sig. I might just put a filter on it. I could put a ripple. Yeah, like flames. Okay, Just lower the opacity a bit. Because you want it to be subtle, but not overpowering like that. Actually, that's pretty cool. Maybe like, I don't know. It looks cool, but I think I could do better. So I'm going to put it right down here to like 20%. Okay. So you got your gradient map. Layer. On top of that, we're going to do a lighting layer. So get your brush and set it to, I don't know, something bigger, maybe like 200, 250. Yeah, looks good. And then pick a yellow, a light yellow. That normally works best, or a white. Yellow's quite good because it just is. And you see where the light is coming on the render. You want to kind of mimic that where you're putting the lighting. So you see his face on the right hand side and the bottom left. So down here there's going to be actually some blue light. So just try and mimic that. You have to be on hardness 0% by the way. So just put some light like that on the bottom, just the edge of the brush, and then up top it looks kind of white, very white light. So that might be the sun or some flames. So we're just going to put some yellow up in there. Maybe not so bright. Actually, yeah, it's quite bright. And just put that on either lighten or screen. If you put it on linear dodge, that just turns it all white. Maybe lighter colour. Or you could just put it on, leave it normal, and then just lower the opacity a bit. Actually quite a lot. Because it's got to be really subtle. You see? It just adds a bit to the sig. So down here we're going to have darkness. It's going to be very dark down there. And up here on the top left. Maybe like 30% or 25%, put that lighting layer on there. And then put another layer above that and change your colour to black. And this is going to be like shadows. So do the same again. And this is the part where you can just kind of black out parts of the sig that you don't want. Like if you put black right next to his face, that creates contrast, which looks nicer. You have this beam of light going down onto his face, and then one coming out from here like an underlight. I might actually take away some of this black and just put it more over here, because I don't want to take contrast away from his scythe. And just maybe one up here, or two. Something like that. And then again you can put it on overlay, which looks pretty cool. Just play with the blending modes. Stuff like dissolves, just something like overlay or soft light. Soft light's pretty nice. think I'll leave on. Ooh, overlay or soft light. I'll put it on soft light because we're going to do another dark layer in later. Okay, the next layer is actually that's going to be the same, but not as deep. So shadows, but not as deep. So just put 2 there and maybe 2 up there. 1 up here. And put that on overlay. Or soft light. Overlay or soft light. Overlay. Okay. And now we're going to do another C4D layer. So, what does it need? I think it still needs something in the background. Something more than this ripple. But I don't know what. I want yellow. Or red. Maybe this. I've used this one so many times. But it is pretty cool. I might just have like rings around him and then this huge thing, like sweep. Like that. Oh, please look good. See, again, we're stuck on luminosity, which looks pretty cool, but I don't want blue or silver. Or maybe I do. See, overlay, because it's red, it just overlays onto the bluey turquoisey green background and it just doesn't look nice. And then stuff like this, linear dodge, it's just a bit too bright. Maybe screen or lighten. But then it doesn't look right, does it? You could put it on like that and then just rasterize it and then blur it. Maybe erase or reduce the opacity. But then it takes away the cool parts. If I take that away and then this crap over his hands, this and that. Does that look cool? I don't know. Maybe brush over that on the left. Just go boom. Just put the opacity down on that. And this as well. Maybe that. I don't know. Oh god. What if I change the hue? Hue. To green. Oh yeah. Oh, ooh. Green. Put the saturation down a bit, maybe. Maybe there. Turquoisey. I kind of like that. Maybe the darkness. Down. No, that kind of craps it up. What's colorized? I don't know. Or purple. Or dark blue. Or that. No. I like this down here. It's kind of going from green to blue. And I guess it does keep with the style, the colour. I don't know. Like that. Okay, we'll go with that. Anyway, new layer. Fill it with black. Just fill it black. And then get your brush tool out, make it like 9. Set the hardness to 0. And pick a bright yellow or white and just do dot 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 like that. And then put it on linear dodge and just erase some of them off the face. Oh god, what have I done? Linear dodge, right. Then zoom in. Erase them off the face. And the render. And then go filter, blur, and just blur. And then another layer on top of that. Get your pencil tool, which is here under the brush, and make that white, and make it quite dotty, especially his weapon. Some dots out here. That'll do. I said that'll do. Why can't I stop? Okay, that's enough. There, okay. Get the eraser and make it like a small 25. Put the opacity to 75 and just scribble over it. For 2 seconds or so, and that'll be fine. And then just do you might want to blur them. Yeah. Oh, on this layer back here, actually, when you make it black, put your brush to 5. I don't know. Okay, let's redo that layer. Don't delete it, just put it on normal. Okay, so you got black. And then edit, fill, black, right, brush, put it on 3 and just do some dots. Okay, just a few, and then put it to 5 and do like half as many dots, and then put it to 9 and do like 2 dots in random places. Then you put it on linear dodge. I think it needs more dots. Do more of the 3 out here and around the scythe. A few more 5s. Then put it on linear dodge, and it kind of looks cool. Then what you do is erase off the render. Some of them, just the face mainly. Okay, that looks pretty cool. And then do image, filter, blur, and just blur them. And then you got your small dots. With your pencil tool. Like that. Do quite a few, and then just some over here. And then get your eraser and just go scroll, 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 scroll. To just erase some of them, random ones. And you don't even need to blur them. Okay, the next layer has to be another C4D layer. One that wraps the whole image up, similar like this. Oh my god, this is crazy. Okay, we're going to put that explosion right there. And put it on overlay, and it looks awesome. But we'll try the others first. So that's screen, that's color dodge, that's linear dodge, lighter color, overlay, soft light. Overlay and soft light are really similar. Overlay kind of gives it more contrast. Soft light is more soft. Funny that. That is cool. Vivid light. But it will take away a lot of the picture. That looks cool as well. But we're going to do that later with another gradient map. Different colours. So I'm going to put it on overlay and then maybe put the opacity down a bit. See, that looks like with 0 opacity, and then slowly go up. You see it adds more just stuff in the background. That's like 70%. I think that looks good. That's 100. It's maybe too much. Yeah, I think 70 is good because it kind of softens it. You could try it on soft light. Overlay, soft light. Now stick on an overlay. Rasterize the layer so you can edit it and get your eraser tool. Ooh. Zoom in a bit and just erase some of this off the face, and maybe put it on like 30% erase. Just erase some of this crap so you can see his stuff. You can see the render. I don't know, it's kind of taking away from the render. It's not a very good render, to be honest. Anime SIGs, anime renders normally work best with this style of SIG, but okay, yeah, we'll leave on 70%. Looks like a creature in the background. Create a new layer, and this layer is going to be a lighting layer, so go out your brush, make it like 250, make it yellow, and just not as far in this time, maybe just one up there, and then make this bluey, like that, a bit more bluey, and do one down there. Put that on. Could put it on overlay, just brightens it a bit. It's the question between overlay and normal on slight opacity, like 50%. I don't know. Normal just kind of like softens it. Yeah, we're going to put a normal. It's more like light, I think. Make a new layer, and this is going to be a shadow layer. So make your brush very small, set it to black, and then zoom in on the render, and put shadow on the render where you think there would be shadow. So like just here, maybe even smaller than that, maybe 4. And maybe here, under his, and down here, that's going to be very dark. On that side, under there. And on his face, just to create contrast in his mouth. A bit on his hair. And then put that on overlay or something. Or darken. Yeah, you can put it on overlay. And then put the opacity right down to like 10% or 15%, 20%. And you see that I'm toggling it now, and it just makes a little bit of difference. Yeah, I'm toggling it. Okay, and then above that a new layer. Set your brush to 250, make it black, and do shadows. So shadow here, 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 maybe not there, there, down here, and then put that on. Put it on overlay. create a new layer, do image, apply image, and distort, filter, distort, Ocean repel, same settings, and it makes it look like crap. But if you put that on either dissolve or lighten, probably lighten, yeah, and then just lower the opacity to like down here. Maybe 50%. And then go in and erase a lot of it off the render. Just so he stands out. Maybe some over here. Just do it randomly. I like that stuff up there. It's pretty cool. Oh, I never noticed he had a key around his neck. Just noticed that. Okay, so you've erased some of it off the render. The next layer is, you don't have to create a new layer for this, you just do click this icon down here and click gradient map, and we're going to do another blue, black and white, put it on luminosity, just makes it look nicer, and then do another one, another gradient map, put that on something like violet and orange, and go through the blending modes. This is what it looks, this is what makes it look really cool, something like that. Oh, so cool. It kind of brings the image together. Sometimes this hue looks really nice. That's saturation, color, luminosity. I think one's up here, like darken or screen. Screen makes it really bright, because a lot of people use screen to sort of change the black to purple. You see it's gone to purple here. But if you bring that down, you see it's going from purpley and then down to the green. You can kind of get the best of both worlds. Maybe even more, like right down here. It makes it more defined, I guess. So I'm happy with that. Now go new layer, image, apply image, and image, adjustments, color balance, and here you can change. You can make it like more blue or more red. That looks cool. Just a little bit more red. You can see it's changing the shadows. This is kind of like the mid-tones. I don't really want yellow, not that much. Might leave it like that. Maybe put this red up here. It's really subtle changes, but you can see, like toggling the preview, that it makes it a bit better. I don't even need that. Just a tiny bit of red. Changes it from maybe an underwater scene to a battle scene, because of the more red, the blood and stuff. Yeah, I think that looks good. Because you're still keeping the yellow, green, turquoise, light blue, cyan colours for the original render, but you've also got more. Then you can play with the highlights as well. Like you see the sheen of light on the scythe, that changes colour as I move it, and all of this bright light changes colour in highlights. A lot of the time you can just leave them. Maybe if you want them more red or green or blue. It does actually make it look better. Toggling the preview button is really good. So hit OK, and then if you want to add a border, you can do new layer, hit the rectangular marquee tool, which is M, hotkey. Hotkey's a really good idea to learn. And just select maybe like 5 pixels at the top. Not too much, because we don't want to take his head off. And then down here, hold Shift and do the same. And get it just right. It's not very hard to get right, because it's such a small scale. Actually, I think the bottom one's more it's bigger, isn't it? There we go. And then get your bucket tool out, make it black, and just click in the lines, and then do Control D to unselect. Puts a nice cinematic border on the edge. So that's your border layer. By the way, if you get confused, you can name all of your layers as you do them, like lighting layer, shadow layer, C4D, gradient map, applied image, stuff like that. Blur, erasing all the dots, render layer, and the background layer, stuff like that. And then finally, get your text tool out. Pick a nice text, something like, I don't know, this. I've got this new text today. And put your name in the bottom. Oh, you might want to make the text color white. Why can't I see that? like that. Looks a bit like my handwriting. Put it down there. Make it a bit smaller. Maybe 12 or 10 or 9. Or you could just put your initials or something. Put it down here and then lower the opacity so it blends in. Just to kind of copyright it, I guess. If you want to do that, you could even put it down here, up here. Something like that. Just, I don't know. There. File, save it in your SIG folder. As a PSD, if you want to, everyone come back to it, and then save as a JPEG of maximum quality, 85 kilobytes in size. So there we go. And there it is. If you stick it on 100%, it looks a bit nicer. There we go. And there's your finished SIG. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it's been informative. If you want to do a video response, I'll be very pleased with that. Just leave it under this video. And if you want to see more of these types of videos, including Minecraft and other types of tutorials, just generally cool videos, then please subscribe. I'd very much appreciate it. Hit the like button if you like it, and hit the dislike button if you don't like it. That's all, I think. So, goodbye.